wheel rims, and there's a picture of it over there to the right. Was used by the killer, and this same vehicle had been seen in and around the area during the previous week, and it appeared to have been conducting surveillance on Angelo Musitano. This Ford Fusion was recovered on the 7th of May 2017 in the area of Fenton Drive and Braehead Avenue in Waterdown, at which point we believe the killer fled in a second vehicle. Investigators had asked residents and businesses in the neighborhood to provide any surveillance video footage to police to assist in solving this homicide. As a result, we have obtained footage from multiple locations covering the week leading up to the murder. This resulted in the acquisition of thousands of hours of potential video evidence. A review of this material has led us to believe that more than one person was involved in the stalking of Angelo Musitano, and more than one vehicle was used to accomplish this task. The 2006 Ford Fusion used by the killer has now been directly linked to a 2006 to 2011 two-door black Honda Civic. A single male was seen operating the Ford Fusion and was observed arriving and leaving in this Honda Civic. And that's during the period leading up to the murder of Angelo Musitano. Also, what was believed to be a 2017 Chevy Malibu, red in color, and you can see in the top right picture there, that's video footage from the Chesapeake location on the 1st of May, has been seen in and around the Waterdown area as well, and on two separate occasions on the 1st of May was seen directly opposite Mr. Musitano's residence. And I don't know if it's in your material that will be handed out. That vehicle, as soon as Mr. Musitano arrived on the 1st of May, the day before he was killed, that red Malibu, what we believe to be a Malibu, as soon as he arrived, the vehicle left the scene. Also, a fourth vehicle, described as a grey or blue-coloured Infiniti sedan, was also observed by a witness in the Braehead Avenue area interacting with the Burgundy Fusion in the days leading up to the murder. Investigators, we are asking that anyone who may have observed any of these vehicles in the area between the 27th of April and the 2nd of May 2017, or any other suspicious activity, to contact us. The suspect description, again, what we have is a male white with a stocky or athletic build. He's wearing a black toque, black jacket, grey pants, and black shoes. We want individuals to know that anyone owning a 2006 to 2011 black Honda Civic two-door, similar to the one that is captured on the video, the surveillance footage, we'll be getting a visit from investigators as we work through the list of provided by the ministry. So as you can see on the top right-hand side here, this is some footage that we captured. It's been cropped for these purposes. It is better on your material that we're handing out. That's the red Ford Fusion interacting with the black Honda Civic. If you have any information that you believe could be of assistance in this investigation, I ask to contact Detective Jason Cattle at 905-546-4167, and Detective Cattle is here today as well. Or you can provide information anonymously through the Crime Stoppers tip line at 1-800-222-8477. We've provided, for today's purposes, some of the footage is a bit grainy, as you can see. It looks better on actual video. So we have included vehicles that are similar to the ones that we're looking for. The 2006 to 2011 Honda Civic, the 2017 Malibu, and again, we're interested in anyone that may have seen a grey or blue-coloured Infiniti sedan in and around the area at the time of this incident and leading up to it.
Detective Sergeant, a lot of information here. Just to clarify, after the gunman left Musitano's home, what are you alleging he did? Like, a lot to take in.
Okay, it's a good question. We know that the killer left in the Fusion. We know he abandoned the vehicle in the Bray Head area of Waterdown. We're not sure at this point which vehicle he may have taken off in after that point. But we do know that he was operating the black Honda Civic at some point before the murder took place. Well,
Can you say when and where that photo was taken?
all I can say at the moment for investigative purposes, it was taken prior to the murder taking place.
But on the same day as the murder in Waterdown?
In the time period leading up to the murder.
So you have video of the killer exiting the Burgundy Ford Fusion and getting into this black Honda Civic?
We have information and we have the photographs of that, yes.
You said detectives are going to be, or police are going to be visiting the owners of every black Honda Civic between 2006 and 2011. That's got to be a lot of vehicles.
There is. We do have a partial plate that's going to assist in that, and our strategy will be to contact, we're going to have a narrow net to start with in the Hamilton GTH area, and then we're going to expand outwards after that.
Just to clarify on the Civic, you have him driving the Civic, is that in the days leading up to it, or is that on the actual day?
We have him driving the Civic. That picture there, that surveillance footage, is from a period prior to the day. But
So Richard fled the scene in the Fusion?
he fled. He fled the scene in the Fusion. Yes, as previously reported.
So you're now saying that more than one person had been stalking Mr. Musitano before his murder? Do you have any motive yet that you can speak to?
We're still working on motive.
Has the family agreed to speak with you?
We have had no contact with the family to speak of. We notified Mr. Musitano's wife this morning of the press conference this morning out of courtesy. So, but apart from that, there's been nothing from the family.
Can you
Peter,
speak
now
at all?
you've got this list of the black Honda Civic. You must have scanned at least for known names or names that jump out at you first before you talk to us. Is that the case?
I'm not going to get into that. We will be speaking to owners of 2006 to 2011 Civics, similar to that. And like I said, we have a partial plate that's going to assist in streamlining that process.
Because I'm thinking if that's my car and I'm a hitman, I'm probably right now vacuuming up my car and burning the seats. Do you not think there's any danger in releasing this information at this time?
It's one of these things. We want to get this out to yourselves, first of all, and through your assistance and cooperation, get out to the public and see if we can generate other witnesses. Initially, the investigation, we focused on the Ford Fusion. Now with being the black Honda Civic and the Infiniti thrown in there, that may jog someone's memory. I do appreciate we're going back nearly 8 months now, and it may be problematic, but for us it's worth a step investigatively to put this out.
And the car that was seen leaving when Angelo Musitano arrived, I guess that was the Malibu, right?
That's the Malibu. That was on the day before.
Okay. Is your thinking then that's for the purposes of identification, like to identify the target?
We believe that Mr. Musitano was being followed or placed under surveillance in the time period leading up, whether it was for a lifestyle on him, what his habits were. And like I said, there's a number of vehicles now that we believe may have been involved in that surveillance of Mr. Musitano.
Do you have any idea how long he was under surveillance or how many people might be involved?
We know that probably from the 27th of April to the day of his death, for sure. Like I said, we've had thousands of hours of video because of that time period. We've had multiple locations, multiple cameras. It's been very time consuming. There's been a lot of legwork done on this, and that's the time period that we've been concentrating on.
Are you looking for stolen vehicles also? Because the Ford Fusion was stolen.
Ford Fusion was stolen, and that will factor into our. And we have been doing some work on that to try again narrow down the scope of who we have to interview and prioritize how we go about doing this.
For the public who may be able to talk to this, there's an obvious perception that this is in some way associated with organized crime. Is there anything you can offer anyone who may be afraid to come forward?
What I can say is the information that anyone provides, if they're a witness, We would like to hear from them. We do need witnesses in this case. We've had a lot of intelligence information, which is good for our purposes, but not necessarily good for prosecutorial evidence down the line. So we do need to speak to people, and we'll address that issue if and when it comes up.
But some people may be afraid. They may know something and they're afraid of this.
That's quite possible.
Detective Sergeant, Mr. Musitano was shot in May, then a few months later, I understand his brother was also shot. And you say you've had no contact with the family, so are you saying they're not cooperating with you?
We keep getting deferred to their family friend and lawyer, Mr. Dean Paquette, and we haven't had much in the way of communication from him either.
Given that his brother was also shot in what appears to be a targeted shooting, doesn't it seem odd to you that they're not cooperating here?
That seems odd to me, but traditionally people involved in the mafia don't normally talk to the police. With our victim here, who apparently had changed his life around, if he was out that lifestyle, then I would have expected some more cooperation from the family, yes.
So to say this has been you said it's a lot of resources have been tied up on this investigation. Is that fair to say? I mean, how labor intensive, how many people are working on this?
It depends on, this has been a very busy year in Hamilton for homicides in general. This is one of 13, so we have had people on and off the case. So at any one time, it's difficult to put a number on that. Like I said, there have been thousands of hours of video that we have gone through. And as you can imagine, that's very time consuming.
To say this is a priority, is that fair to say? Given you said there's a mafia component here?
Well, each case is a priority. Every victim's important to us.
Has there been anything linking this to the shooting at Pet's home?
Nothing directly, no. Is there an inference there? I would say a good chance, but to stand up here today and say, yeah, they're both linked, I can't I have no evidence to support that. Okay, and one more question.
Can you just speak a little more about the work involved in gathering these photos? I know you said before that you had an officer actually dedicated full time to going through surveillance. It's pretty tedious, painstaking work probably, but you know, in the end you found some fresh evidence.
Yep.
9 months later.
It has been very painstaking. The one officer has been mostly responsible for doing that. Other members of the team have, but this is a result, and this is why we called the conference today, just to give an update. Hopefully we will generate some more witnesses out of this. Hoping that maybe some neighbourhood captain that was around at the time maybe wrote down some license plates that may help, or someone saw a suspicious vehicle, maybe the black Honda Civic sitting in a place, didn't put it together with the actual murder and the red Fusion. That's what our hope is today, and just giving yourselves and the community an update as to where we're at this time. And we will continue to investigate this murder. Okay.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, folks.
I have some media releases to hand out.